Hi guys, Daniel and John here, and welcome back to another part in our allotment series. And as you can see, we've got pieces of wood, and today we're putting up this shed. It is a little bit raining, but
it's miserable, but we need to get it up. Now, we bought this from
Forest Garden Sheds
Yep.
Limited.
Okay, all I can say is excellent customer service, kept informed all the way, no hassles, delivered very quickly.
Forest Garden Limited. Sorry.
So you're probably wondering, why did I go with Forest
Garden
Sheds?
Limited.
Yeah. Simply this is the floor. And look how sturdy it is. It's actually solid wood. Normally they sell it with this stuff. Some of the big sheds, it's this on the floor. This is for the roof.
OSB for the roof.
Yeah, so that's why we went with them. Really good reviews. So what do you get with it? Well, you get your floor, you get your back two pieces. This is a 6x4 shed. You get your two sides, you get your two doors. Yeah, we've got hinges, which is good.
Hinges and fixings.
You get your
roof,
you get your felt, you get your free alarm padlock, which is sort of alright, but we're in an allotment, so I don't know who's going to hear it, but it's a generous thing.
It's
anyway.
just one of those things.
We had one before, and they do work.
They are pretty loud, yeah.
You get everything you need. Look, screws,
screws, all sorts.
Those will be external brackets. We'll have a look at full instructions, after sales team if you need them. You get everything to put your shed together. The only thing you're going to need is your tools. So you need a spirit level, that's for definite. So we come belt and braces. I've got some sealant. Where we join the roof here, when we put it on, I'm just going to run a bead down it.
Where the two pieces of board meets with a bead,
basically,
just a little bit of extra.
So I'm going to use that. I bought some spare drill bits in case we need to drill a few holes. Definitely bought my drill.
Screwdriver set, bits, Stanley knife,
Little saw,
just in case we need.
those are brilliant.
Oh, step ladder.
Step ladder, the roof on, hammer, mallet, you name it, you've got it. Now you've got your felt. Make sure you've got a Stanley knife with you, because you're going to need to cut it to the length of your roof. So you need to cut it with something. And if you've got a spirit level along one, or a straight edge piece of wood, that'll work equally as well. So rain permitting,
we're going to film this video in several parts. So this is just everything out the back.
Just to recap,
ready to go.
We've put slabs down already.
Yeah. We put these slabs down for a bigger shed.
And at the moment the allotment rules are 6x4. That's fine. It's enough to keep your bits in. But if those change, or they say you can have a bigger shed, at least we don't have to start relaying slabs, so you can just move this around.
Yeah.
You can see it. We put it down. It's fairly level, so I'm happy with that. Just remember, folks, nothing is ever level. This is put together by hand. It's not a negative comment. Wood warps, things warp, so it's never level. Read your instructions, have your tools with you, and most of all, be patient. Thanks for watching. So we are 10 minutes into building our forest shed. I've got to say, it's one of the easiest sheds I've ever put together. What really helps along the way is these fantastic instructions. Everything you need to know, everything is on there. There's a helpline after service. So we bought this from forestgarden.co.uk. We're no affiliation with them, we just bought it for the allotment. It's really clear.
It's got diagrams of how it all fits together.
What screws you need.
And it's got other ones as well, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Where are they all? I'm going to find the actual thing. Where is it?
Windows, stairs, construction floors, 1A.
And you just screws in the bottom and then screws in the side.
It's saying to pre-drill your holes with a 2mm drill bit. That's to stop the wood splitting. I would advise that. That's what we've been doing as we've been going along. So basically, when you're putting your panels together inside, you're screwing from the inside. So there's a corner, and you screw from the inside. Yeah, and literally
So how long have we been doing this?
10 minutes.
So in 10 minutes we've managed to get a side piece, 2 back pieces, and then we're about to do another side
And
piece.
these bits have got a lip on the bottom.
So you know where they go. See,
There. And you literally
just took it onto
lift
that.
it up,
Yeah.
line it with the edge.
Show you a close up. Just do that.
There. You've got to get it level, the edge. And when you're screwing it together, just make sure there's a bit of pressure on the outside where that lip is. And then basically
We got to bring that forward and put a couple of screws in there.
there, and you would put your screws, pre-drill the 2mm drill bit, probably 4 or 5, I'm not quite sure what the instructions say, and put it together and get your floor on. It really is easy. So we'll do a little bit more, have a cup of tea,
And then there'll be another
then we'll-
part, yeah.
hopefully the rain will stay away, we can get the roof on and sit in with our garden chairs. Thanks. Alright, so we're moving along quite swiftly. Got the roof structure on now. We've got the 2, I suppose, gable ends, you'd call them. Just bearing in mind that the one with a sign on, little logo on, is the front. Got the rear on. Got the 4 joists in here, and when you get your bits of kit, there isn't one left over, so I can't show you it. It's like a bracket that screws in here and screws on the top. There's a bit that sits behind here. It's like an S shape. It's made it really easy, if I'm honest. Again, it's just sort of quite a considered design.
But there is measurements, isn't there? If we just show you on this
Yeah.
diagram.
So what I can do is I can do it in screw. So
Yeah.
from here,
This here, look.
right? Yeah. So from the bottom here.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
So from the edge here to here needs to be 500 or 50 centimetres, or yeah,
Yeah.
50 centimetres, yeah. And then from the middle of this one, it needs to be 41.5 as you go up.
412.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Roughly. Yeah.
From the edge of that to that, and that
Yeah.
then gives you your structure for your boards to sit
Yeah.
on, basically. So let's just show you what I mean about sitting your boards on. We're not at that point yet, but you'll start seeing what I mean.
Yeah. We're not at this point yet, but we soon will be.
So these are in essence for that. There, to support your roof.
We'll just see what that looks like inside.
Keep it warm.
See, obviously you'd do a straight line, you'd screw down. Just makes it a lot easier where you know where you're screwing, sort of thing.
Yeah. So we are getting there. It is a bit wet.
It's not
But
as wet as
that's,
it's not as wet as it could be, but it is spitting.
That's life on the allotment, I guess. But we're used to that. So we'll do a little bit more. Hopefully, the time we come back to you, we've got the roof on, and we've got the felt on, we've got doors in, and we're having a sleep in the
I
shed.
think we've got probably another hour to
yeah,
finish everything up. Yeah.
definitely. Yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
thanks for watching. Oh yeah, and at last we're on the roof. Not literally on the roof, but on the roof. So we cut our felt. We've made a little V at the top there, and we've got 2 other bits that we've tucked underneath there. And then what we're going to do is fold it all back, and that'll fit under the trim. We'll slice down the corners there. We'll tuck it under here so it's all nice and tidy. Trim everywhere. Good quality felt, no problems. We're using galvanised roof tacks. I don't know if anybody's ever seen them before.
Included.
Yeah, what we did do with our, before we put it on, we just put a bead of mastic where the roof joined, just in case we've got a leak. And in the unlikely event that this comes off and leaks, we will use a product called Blackjack. Please see our video, Blackjack, because it's absolutely brilliant for repairing shed roofs, flat roofs or anything. Anyway, what we'll do, we'll come back when we've got all this tidied up and got the trim on, and show you where we are with it. But I hope this helps to show you how you put your felt on. So you put the top piece on first, like a V. Yeah. And if you watch our video how to cut felt, that will help you as well. And then slide your other bits under, and slide it until you've got it tucked under there, nice and neat, so you can secure that as well. Anyway, hope this helps you along a bit again. Thanks for watching. Oh yeah, so let's call this the Sheds Up video. So if you can see it, have a walk around. Right, all in all, it was a very positive experience. There are a couple of things, was something we did wrong, which I'll share with you, which you need to do, and a couple of things that I feel on a personal level, and I've been putting sheds up for a long time, let it down. They're functional, but they're just poor quality. Okay, right, a mistake we made. We put the trim on when we'd got the walls up. The trim goes on when you've got all your walls up
And your roof.
and your roof,
And your structure for your roof.
but before the trim. So that's the only mistake we made with it. So these come with it, little lugs to stop doors opening. It came, I haven't got it with me, it came with a hasp for a padlock. The padlock is substantial. It has got an alarm on it and all sorts. And I can remember buying one 6-7 years ago and they're about 20 quid. So the padlock for security is fantastic. The hasp, well, wasting your time. We're not even going to bother putting it on there. It's just a waste of time. That's the one thing that lets it down. The other thing that lets it down, the shed, unfortunately,
So here, look.
are the hinges. They're functional, they work. I think they're called butt hinges because they just slide into the recess there. But the problem is, it's not the design of the hinges. When you screw them, you can see the metal bending. If you look there, the hinges bend very easy. So it's not good that they've done it there as well. They just bend, so you can do this real soft. So we will probably replace these with something better, but they work, they're functional, they work. It's just a shame. The other thing that we found a problem, you've got a couple of strips here. Now, if we've put them in wrong, please manufacturer, supplier, get in touch with us. But we were led to believe, the instructions, you level it up with this beam here at the back where my hand is, so it's smooth there, and you screw in it, and it's supposed to be a bit to stop the rain getting in with a gap between the hinges that you'll see there. But it just doesn't sit right. Now, the only solution to this is possibly move the hinges out, but then we've lined the hinges up with the edge of this, so it would make it difficult for a novice to do. We could do it with a tool we've got. The only thing that concerned me today, and is a little bit, I thought a little bit naughty, when it was delivered, delivery driver was really polite, professional. You know, you'd want him to work for your company, but as we always do, we try and help people, and we're helping him just to manoeuvre it around off the lorry because it's a heavy old thing. And one thing he just mentioned casually, yeah, it's heavy because it's been out in the rain, it's got wet. Now, it is soaking, this shed. You can, as I feel it there, and as I'm putting screws in, it's soaking. Now,
There's water coming out, isn't there?
is that water or is that the preservative? I don't know, because they claim that there's a 10 or 15 year guarantee on preservatives and pressure treated. Is that what's happening? If so, there probably should be some instructions to leave your shed to dry somewhere for a week or so. That's all I'm saying, if that's still part of the process. It could be, because it is absolutely soaking, beyond belief.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I'd say it's good value. Really impressed with the floor. Very impressed with the instructions.
Yeah, instructions are really good.
Can't knock it. Impressed with the service, delivery, everything. So we're going to put a couple of bolts on the inside, put a proper shed lock on it,
Put some guttering and things
some
like
guttering on the side. It's a shame that you can't upgrade your hinges and lock. You know, like a shed lock you can get, I think, about 14 quid. It's just a shame that you can't do that, and they don't make provision for it to be fitted, but we'll have a look at that and make another video about that. Anyway.
Basically, there's a few, all in all, it's pretty good. It went together really well. We had a few issues here and there, but
there's anti-slam thing. We'll just put those on for the moment.
we are going to make a few alterations, like with any shed really. Guttering, better lock, some bolts. But it is all right.
And all credit to the company. They called me and we ordered this. And it had the 10-year warranty on it, and For some reason, they rang up and said, we're going to upgrade you and give you your shed a real pressure treated dip with something, and that has a 15-year
I think that's.
warranty on it.
I think that could be why it's so wet. Actually,
It could be, and I'm just wondering.
But it has
doesn't
rained
say
a lot
anywhere.
recently.
Nobody's told
though.
us
Yeah.
anything, so we don't know.
But it has rained a lot recently, so it could be either.
So one of the other key benefits with this shed and buying from this company is you're not supposed to have to maintain them with preservative and wood paint and stuff like that. Obviously things are going to crack and split because it will dry out over time, but you know what, we are a little bit picky, if I'm honest, and some things are not quite right, but I'm going to mark this on the shed, not me being a bit of a perfectionist, and I would give them 10 out of 10. And
Delivery was really good. Communication was really
Yeah.
good. Overall, quality's pretty good, and it went together very easily. It only
Oh,
took us a couple of hours, I think.
and everything was there, so yeah, it's got to be 10 out of 10. And if we get another shed, I'll buy another shed off them, or polytunnel,
Yeah,
or whatever they
definitely.
do. It's one of those suppliers that I would use again.
Yeah.
Think, oh yeah, they're a good supplier, and I would recommend them.
Yeah. So if you are looking for a shed, then these guys are probably the ones to go for, especially with the communication and delivery and everything.
I would
And
say-
it looks okay.
I would
No.
just mention this, and I've just realised it. Not only is the floor really top notch and not that sterling board, but the doors are better as
The
well.
doors look nice as
Sometimes
well.
you
Yeah.
get them made out of this,
Yeah.
and if you walk back from a distance
It does look like a nice shed. We just got to do a
Um,
few bits on to get it up to
to what
what
we
we want to do, really, like the guttering and
because
bolts and things.
where it is, but you can't knock that for a little shed. So
No.
it's a 6x4.
Yeah.
It was about £330, and take it from me, I'd seen similar with not as good a quality as that for over 500 in a
Yeah.
major DIY chain queue. So anyway, if that helps you decide on what shed, and by the way, they do all sorts of sheds.
This is just the one with the double doors and no window. What size is it?
It's a 6x4,
6x4.
and the reason we've got a 6x4 is that's just one of the allotment
Just
rules.
allotment regulations, really. No other reason.
And that's fine. So we'll keep our tools in there and keep things tidy. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll come back to you when we've
Done some more upgrades.
basically pimped the shed.
We're going to add guttering and
Are we going to put
water
solar
tanks
on it? And
and
I think we're going to put some
for rainwater. Got a lot to do still yet on the
we're gonna
allotment,
put
but
some rain strips on. It even came with the tacks with the felt. So
oh
probably
yeah,
could do
we're
with
going to
some
put these vertical. We're going to put
strips
some
on.
strips just in case it gets really windy, just
Stop
as a
it
precaution.
blowing off.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really it for today.
Right. Thanks for watching, guys.